Well, I'm here. I'm here. So I'm just going to wait for some people to arrive because I'm a minute early. But as you know, we have trouble in the world. See you later, Lily. Thank you for trying to help. Yeah, it's been trouble in the world. I've got my biscuits here. I've got my flash paste. I've got a cup of tea coming as well. So I'll just wait and see what is going on in the world. Let's get the chat up. Okay. I just wait for some people to arrive. So I'm going to just make sure I share it on Facebook as well. Nobody's expecting me at all. So I don't know who's going to be here. If you could share it for me, that would be really useful. Share it to a group. Crafting with Lisa Horton. Right, let's see if that's done that. And then YouTube, has YouTube gone live? Let me see if YouTube is live or not. The world is gone crazy today. Okay, I am live on YouTube as well. So I'll just wait for some of you to arrive. I can see Debbie Blue is here. That's all I can see at the moment. Debbie's on YouTube. I know there are some more people here. I just moved my biscuits out. Danny's making me a cup of tea. So I'm going to have a cup of tea and a biscuit with you all. And then we will get into demo. Now, I don't know what has happened. The world has gone crazy. What I'm going to do while I'm here, I'm going to put a link to my category on the Hobbycraft TV website. So just bear with me while you're all joining. So let's go Hobbycraft. Kind of type now hobby, put a wine hobby, Hobbycraft TV. Let's see if we can get that up. Okay, TV Hobbycraft. Now let me get our category up. So I can probably get, I don't know if I can get today's show up, but I can definitely get the category up. So let's type in, actually, what I would do, where am I? Brands, L, Lisa Horton Crafts. Okay, so you should see the newest products appear first. That seems to happen on mine. Now, I would tell you about some things that you were asking about in the chat as well. Let me just get this live for you. So let's get a QR code set up for you, which will be really helpful. Let's go Hobbycraft TV. Hang on a minute. Let me edit that one. And then we'll pop the Lisa Horton Crafts category. Okay, save. So so there you can see up there is a QR code for Hobbycraft TV, and what that will do is take you directly to my brand shop. So I've got a list here. This is what I was working on earlier. I've got all the products here. I've got the flash paste here, explosion powders here. I don't know, I might have to ask for your help, some of you, because some things I think were very vulnerable and were selling out. Now, hopefully you can hear me okay. It's 38 people here already, which is really good to see. So please share. Let everyone know that I'm here, and I'm going to be demoing what we couldn't get to demo at 9:45. Dan did a phenomenal job. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So he was literally thrown to the wolves, really, wasn't he? So he literally had to come in. He didn't know the product. I mean, he does know the product, but he doesn't know the in-depth details of the product. That's what I'm there for. So what I'm going to do this morning is spend a bit of time with you going through everything. And then what we can do is maybe do a couple of demos. I don't know stock on the explosion powders. I think they were extremely vulnerable. Danny has been in and checked. We don't have, certainly we don't have set 2. I think set 1 was very vulnerable as well. Oh, thank you, Lily. There's a nice cup of tea there. Thank you very much. Thank you. I've got my cup of tea and my biscuits. So I'm all set to go. So hopefully you don't mind me having a cuppa with you. And yeah, we'll get cracking. So let's say hello to everyone. Hello, Tracy Lawton. Lovely to see you here. So we've got Debbie Blue, we've got Lorraine Sanders, Tracy Costello, Sheila Lewis, Sarah Hickman, Valerie Cartwright, Evelyn Hosey, Tracy Lawton, Mrs. Boardman, Sally Duval, just bought the flash paste, so here to view the demo, Jan Riley, the Sussex Live, Angela Bunce, Lorraine has found me on YouTube. Joanne Smith, Janet Fellows, Hannah Gosling Smith. That makes us the wolves. It does. It does. Rebecca. You need to copy and paste the link. Rebecca, could you help me out on any links that need sharing anywhere? If you can share it. I think I've shared it into the group. If not, could you do that for me? Put it on my timeline, because I don't think it's there either. That would be really handy. Anything you can do to help will be brilliant. So that's great. 42 here. So that's really good, considering you're not expecting me here at the 10:30 on a Monday morning. So what I do have is the flash paste. Now, irrelevant of whether they're sold out or not, I am going to demo these, because I did say I would do that when we were watching the live with Dan. So honestly, anything you pick up today is going to be worth it. I'm going to flick through everything first of all, and we're going to talk through it all. Now, my counter isn't set up as it would normally be for a live stream for going down the counter, because it's just me on my own. If Adam was here, we'd have it like a studio, but obviously today we can't do that. So I'm going to start with the flash paste. Now, you know, the flash pastes are amazing. If you've got them, fantastic, we will demo them. But what I will tell you about the flash paste is they are great for black card, they are great for white card, they are kind of an interferency kind of colour. So when they look really white on white card, when you tilt it, you get that gorgeous shine or shimmer come through. Some of them are shimmery, some of them are shiny, but we'll do that in like a few minutes. Okay, didn't realize you were on YouTube too. That's much better. I don't like Facebook Lives. There you go, Hannah. Okay, so let me, my mic's, yeah, that's fine. I thought my mic was coming off then, but it's all right. So the next thing I'm going to go through is the explosion powders. If you've got them, great. If you haven't, grab them if there are any there. QR code is up at the top here. So let's start. Set one of your brights. So this is your, I want to say, your yellows, your greens, your blues, your pinks, your purples, that kind of colour. So this is the really boom, vibrant, in your face colours. Set two is a little less, when I say exciting, I don't mean they're not as good by any stretch. What I mean is these are more of a muted tone. You get things like a chalk white in here. You do get a black in here as well, I think. Is it a black? Yes, you do. You get that black, which is the, it's like it has flashes of other colours in it. But Rebecca, I know you're here. It's really great. Do you know, if you look on the Hobbycraft website, if there are still stocks of release 2 or set 2? Because if there are, I will give that a little demo. That kind of that midnighty colour. Set 2 is sold out, right? Okay. Is set 1 still available? If set 1 is there, we will do set 1. Okay. Now, on Friday night, we did a live and we did some colouring of our embossing folders, didn't we? You can use your explosion powders in the same way. Take a little piece of them, pop them into a little pot, a little bit of mix of water, and you can absolutely pick them up as paint. So you could use those as well. So that's really, really handy. I'm just going to check comments. Right, keep going. So next thing. I don't know if I'm doing this in the right order, but honestly, any of these items are 1,000,000% worth it. What I will tell you is, I think I said again on Friday, is these are going to be discontinued. These aren't things that are coming back and we are reordering. These are, when they're gone, they're gone. First things first, we have beautiful, beautiful cinnamon sticks. This is great because it's a full background embossing folder. We'll run that through for you so you can see that as well. If you don't have it, grab it. £10 for both of these is ridiculous. That should be £8.99 on its own. So we know you're paying £1 or so for that, aren't you? Now, also, you get your stencils. Obviously, no dies with this one though, but it's definitely worth popping in your basket. Really good little set that is, especially, you know, if you change them, the oranges into lemons, you don't have to have them a certain color. You can cut panels out as well. Set 2 is the only sellout of the show. Fine. Set 1 is in stock. Thank you. Set 2, I think it's because it had the silver in it and it had the black maybe, but we'll do set 1. It's absolutely fine. Honestly, you will love them. Right. Again, like Dan said, so if I look over here, but I need to see my my TV screen as well. So this is the Cozy Home. So you're going to get your 3D embossing folder, your die that comes with that, and you're also going to get your layering stencils. So even we'll demo this as well, because I've got a little white on white card I want to do for that. But obviously you're going to get your stencils too, so don't miss out on that one. I genuinely think you can use this all year round. I mean, it has got like a swag on it, but it doesn't take away from how you can use it. But you'll see that when we do a demo. And then there's this one. I might, if we're not live at 2:15, if there is a repeat, I'll hop on again with Dan, and hopefully I might have some samples of this to be able to share with you. Somebody at the retreat asked me if I could demo this. If I don't get a chance today, I would definitely do a video for this. Super cool. You get all of these dies, you get quite a few in there. Actually, we'll open that in a minute, but you're able to create loads of poinsettias. Now, you might not want to create poinsettia. You might want that to be I mean, I say it quite often about this flower, like a clematis or a clematis or a fantasy flower. It's a really pretty one, but also think about doing that in your mirror cards too. That's going to look super cool. Keep checking the comments. Loads of inspiration in the group. There absolutely is. So the next one, possibly my pick of the show. If you don't have it, it's not coming back again. I've ordered this in so many times. You love this. You love the rectangle and you love the large halo in this. So this is a really, really good one. But team that with that. We might even do that. Let's see how we get on. I've got a lot to get through. I'm not kind of prepped for this bit, but we'll go with the flow, shall we? And of course, we're not limited to the 42 minutes. We might be able to get in a little bit longer. So the next one after that is the Jingle Bells. So the Jingle Bells are super as well. So let's just hold those up. And you can see there, you've got these really large size, they're like little baubles, aren't they? But with that one, you just get the embossing folder. But in here, you get the die to cut that out as well. So definitely, again, if you want to do blending, if you want to get 3D looks just with the stencils, that's a really great one to pick. Okay, just keeping an eye on the comments. The next one is super vulnerable. I know that because I know how many we had. This, ridiculous. Please do not miss out on this one. The reason why is you get the wonderful stencils, great on their own. I'm not even allowed to demo this because it's the smallest quantity we have, and we've got more people want this than I think we've got available. On the back, hopefully you can see individual dies in there. So if you just want to cut the honey pot out, you can. If you just want to stencil the honey pot and cut that out, you can. If you just want to do the bees or the flower, you can. If you do not have this, this would be another pick of the show for me, for sure. Okay. Now, I've just managed to get set one before they sell out two. So next one. Now, I probably shouldn't say this on air, but I'm going to say it. This has probably been my most favourite Christmas embossing folder and stencil. And then Adam came to the studios, and we were looking at the die that comes with it. So let me just open this for you. Lily actually burst out laughing when I just mentioned this. So in here, you get your die, and you get your, sorry, get the light off of that, let me make sure that's right. You get your die and you get your layering stencils. Now, if anybody watches The Simpsons, I was told the die on its own looks like Sideshow Bob. Google Sideshow Bob. So if you want to turn it into a Simpsons character, allegedly, Sideshow Bob. But when you put it with your layering stencils and you put it with your embossing folder, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. That is possibly one that I'm most annoyed about not bringing back, because I love it a lot. Okay, so that's that one. The next one is your Cozy Christmas Home. Again, beautiful. Definitely Christmas, no getting away from that. But it is a really easy one to stencil as well. Gives a really, really quick result. And you can use this as a tag as well. You can use this one as a card base. It's got a lot of opportunity, this one. So again, it comes with a die, but I think that would make a great tag a really great tag on your cards as well. So think outside the box a little bit with some of these. Very pretty, but very, very usable. And then I have got a sample. I've got a sample of something. Okay, so it looks like a punk rock head. It does. Yeah, Rebecca, keep me informed if you're around for a bit. Sweetheart, that'd be really, really helpful. Thank you. Let me just show you this. Lady Prue. We've got to say goodbye to Lady Prue. So we have all the stamps in here, but we also have all the dies to cut them out as well. So even if you only want one of the cats, or you don't really want the cats, you've got sentiments in here as well, and you've got dies. That these make great cards. So grab those, but let me just show you a couple of samples, which is what I did a while ago. Look at these little beauties. Sorry, my camera didn't like that very much, but there you go. She's not as cute as that, or she wasn't yesterday, that's for sure. That's for sure. Right, so I think what we'll do, we'll start with flash paste. Now, I do have some up here, but I don't want to wreck my counter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Ultimate, and I am going to pop that down here. And let's grab some cardstock. And I'm just trying to think what stencils we've got. Now, I'm going to use I think it should be on the website, on the Hobbycraft TV, my Ish card. It's watercolor cards. If not, if you've got watercolor cards in your stash, but I'm using our Ish card. I've only got 6x6 here. All sizes will work, don't you worry. I will do all of these on the overhead. Oh, the flash paste is gone. Apparently they're going to be adding more stock of the flash paste. Let me just check that. I think I spoke to Adam. Says they're being added now, so please don't panic. They're adding more units of the flash paste, so please bear with us. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the colors with you now, and I'm going to show you exactly how cool they are. So here we have Silver Pearl. I mean, you can't see much yet. Let me just try and increase my resolution, my display resolution. Let me just check something. I don't know how to do it. I'm not very good at this. Let's go. What is it? Personalization, would it be? Is it screen? Is it screen? I don't know. I'm just trying to make my screen brighter. Sorry. If anyone can see Lily, tell Lily I need. Oh, no, monitor. I think I might have done it. Brightness. Okay, let me see. Bear with me. Let me see if this helps. If I can put because I've got a little bit of shadow going on over there. Let me try this light as well. If it gives a glare. I know it's given a little bit of a glare there, but it might be a little bit. But no, I don't like that. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let's come out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn that one off. I'm not too happy with that. Don't know why it looks a little bit dark there, but anyway. So we've got silver, we've got emerald pearl, we've got the sapphire pearl, we have gold crystal, which I'll leave down here for a minute. We've got the lavender pearl, we have special crystal, then we have old gold pearl, so that will sit up there. Then we have our red cherry pearl, and we also have our gilded pearl crystal. So these three at the bottom are slightly different, which we'll touch on those afterwards, but let's get some color down for you so you can see how these are used. So let's go with the red. Now these are all brand new, and we'll go with the purple, and we'll have the blue and the green for now. I won't do every single one, but this is going to give you a little idea of what these are like and how they work. Okay, so let's grab I need one of these. So we'll start with the red, and all I do is I take my little end and I go around like so. Keep that straight. And when we lift this up inside, hopefully you can see it's this beautiful, beautiful effect. Okay. If you're around, Lily, could you come and check my camera 4 for me and check that the colours are right? Because I feel like it's a little bit dark. Let me grab some black cards as well while I'm here. So we've got some watercolour card and some black card, okay? So let's start with the white card. So this is the watercolour, but it doesn't have to be watercolour. So literally, it is a beautiful finish. Absolutely stunning. When you pop this onto white card, you think, well, it's not really doing a lot. And it looks kind of bluey. It isn't. So you pop that down. And when I lift this up, can you see that? So you get that pink, red shimmer come through, okay? So if we now take that and add it to the black card, watch this. This is beautiful. I'll lift this up in a second as well. I'll lift that for you. That is Flash Paste. Angela, we haven't got any more of the explosion powders. They're literally sold out, literally. So that is your red pearl. Okay, so of course you're going to get all the colours, but let me just show you a couple of other colours, how beautiful they are. So I'm just going to get a little piece of cloth. Actually, I might have a little wet wipe. It might be easier. Apologies if I'm not quite as organised as normal. So let's wipe that off and let's bring in the next colour. So I'm going to bring in the blue, I think. Was it the blue? Where was the blue? Let me check. There we go. There's the blue. So I've moved the red out of the way. We'll do the same thing. Just take your end and then just take that, go all the way around the edge. There we go. Lift that back. I mean, hopefully you can see that. Hopefully. Okay, I might have to ring Lily if I can't get an answer in a minute. Let me put the blue down. So I put the blue on the white again. Is it really dark for you guys or is it okay? It might just be me, but so that is the blue. So that's the blue. Look, when I move that, so it looks pink, doesn't it? So that was the pink or the cherry, and it looks blue, right? And then the blue looks pink until I do that. How long do the paste take to dry? I'd say about 45 minutes. I mean, these would probably be dry quicker than that because I put a thin layer. But honestly, they are stunning, stunning. So let's come back with the blue onto black cards and show you that. So look at these. So just through your stencils, this is going to be, I mean, come on. Don't know if you, oh, you can't see it yet. You can't see it. Let me show you this. Ready? So there's your blue. Jan, you might, but they're not going to, I don't think they're going to be the same price. I'm not sure. You'll have to have a look. But on Hobbycraft, they are adding more units and they are £10 for the set. Oh, no, this is ridiculous. But we have new things coming. So that is your blue and that is your red. Let's do the green for you, okay? Let me just show you the green and then we'll hop on and do something else as well. Where's my little cloth I was wiping with? Let's grab that one. And then the green. Here we go. I don't know what will happen this afternoon because obviously the internet, the world has gone crazy. I don't know what's happened, do you? I don't want to think it's anything not good, but it doesn't sound good, does it? Oh, look, I've made a right mess there. Let me give that a little wipe. So lift that up and I'm going to take some of that off the lid. Getting grubby fingers already. I'm going to pop that down, just down here. I don't know if you can see that yet. See now, look. How come that now looks red, but it's green? So you can literally do so many things with these flash paste, depending on what colour cardstock you pop it onto. So that is the green, right? That's the green on white card. But when I hold it up, you'll see that it's green. Lily, I think my overhead camera isn't set to the colours being right. I just want you to quickly double check it for me. Just check it for me, that's all. I know you're going to have to be running around in the rain. Right, actually, no, let's do it on a piece of this one. Let's go back here. So on here, we've got the green again. So you can't see a lot yet until I hold it, right? Now I bring that around and hold that up for you. There's your green. Can you see how beautiful they are? So these are your pearls. Now, obviously, you've got the purple. You have got the purple. You've got the silver, and you have got the, what's this one? The old gold. So you've got those colours as well. Okay, but what I want to show you is the other three. You can order from Hobbycraft website, TV at Hobbycraft. .co.uk. I think it's tv.hobbycraft.co.uk, or you can just go to Hobbycraft. I'm not sure that the prices are matched on our website, to be fair, so I would head there first for the best deal. Okay, I think anyway. This is all kind of ad hoc because I was meant to be on Hobbycraft this morning, and because of this attack of everything going down, I'm not able to get there live. So this one is your special crystal. So wait till you see this. This is different. So when I lift this up, can you see this? Yes, and you can paint with them as well. So this is your special crystal. So again, I'm going to use this piece here so you can see the difference. So this is your pearl. Let's move those out of the way, and let's get that crystal on the end there. Don't know if you can see that it's different. You'll hear it. You'll hear it's different. Oh no, you can't actually. You can't hear it. But let me pop that there. If we need to make another piece of card, we can, or use another piece, we can. So hopefully you might see all that silver has got glitter in it, but what's happening is it's so bright with the cameras, it's just giving a super sheen. Okay, there you go. And then if I do it on black as well and show you on the black, this is I mean, you're getting them all, so it doesn't really matter. This is a special crystal. And I'll hold this up. You might see this one better, actually. So this is if you're doing snow and things. Can you see that? So that's what you can see where that's smooth, and this is almost glittery. Okay, so honestly, if you're on the fence, please, 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 definitely worth grabbing these. I'll show you one more, and I'll show you the gold so you can see some of the differences. Let's bring in the gold crystal. And I know some of the team use this quite often. Let's just wipe. I'm off camera, but I'm just wiping off the paste onto a tissue. And then we'll open this one up. Let's do that way. And then in here, let's bring out this. So this is the gold. You see that? Super beautiful. Let's come back to that white card again and show you. Let's move that one. And I'll just do that down here for now. Hopefully, I mean, this is stunning. So there's your gold. Okay. Hopefully, £10 for all 10. That's the price of them. Somebody's just asked me how much they are. I'm just trying to get through quite a bit here. And then here, on the black card again, can you see that? There we go. So there's your flash paste, all right? So you can then make your decision with what you like and what you don't like. Now the silver, I'm going to leave out. So Rebecca, did you say we've still got release 1 of the explosion powders? I think that's what you said. I'll just wait for a comment, only because my comments are a little bit behind. I'm just going to wipe off on my little piece of a old wet wipe, okay? Keep that nice and dry. So let me bring in the powders number 1. So the set 1, I think, is the one that we still have. I'm trying to keep up with the comments at the same time. Let me just talk to you just for a minute, just while I grab a cup of tea. It's called Flash Paste, and there you can see it's got the texture. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a mister bottle. Where did I put my mister bottle? I've got it out here, my mister bottle. And I'm going to bring in some watercolour card. I'll just wait for Rebecca to confirm before I do it, and then you can't get them and you get all cross with me. So I'm going to put some cardstock down. Do not do what Dan did and get them on your desk. So all I do is I take some cardstock and I'm just going to go around the edge of my desk, only because I've got natural wood. Why Craft would put natural wood down, I don't know. Still there. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, so let's flick you back to the overhead and let's talk you through explosion powders. Can I open these? If you are on the fence, please don't be, because I'm actually delighted I've now got these, because I didn't have a set. And they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. So the first thing I'm going to say to you is these are the most super pigmented powders you're going to come across. They are so bright, they are so vibrant, and they are absolutely stunning. So you can use these. Thanks, Lily. You can use these on so you can use these first and then put your water on, or you can put your water on and then use them, and I'll show you the differences. So let's start with hibiscus. Oh, hang on a minute. What's the other color? Pink sherbet. Oh, there's so many choices. No, let's start with hibiscus. Okay, give them a shake, right? Just break it all up, break all that pigment up, and then take your lid off. Take your lid off over your work. Okay, important. When you shake, the powder will end up round the top of your lid, and then you'll end up with it everywhere. Now look, that amount that I've put down here is enough, but I've got lots hanging around the lid. Look, that is like way too much, all right? Way too much. So if you want to dust it off, you can. So what I might do is I'm going to step away. I'm going to just dust a tiny bit off. That's all I want. I don't want any more than that, all right? You'll see what happens in a minute. And then I'm going to bring in the yellow. These are, honestly, Rebecca is absolutely right. If you don't have these, you would not regret these at all. So there we go. There's the yellow. You're probably thinking, what on earth is she doing? And then let's take the summer blue. I love the blue. All we're going to do, tiny, she says tiny amount, and now we take a mister bottle. Big piece of advice for you. If you are, let me grab a piece of paper. If you are one of these who has a nozzle that can be a little bit all over the place, I tend to I'm just going to stand my card up like this, all right, and then I'm going to mist, okay? You don't have to do this, but I'm going to mist. Honestly, look at that already. So now you've created a background, but I don't know if you can pick up, you probably can't, but at the bottom here, there are some little bits that have flown. So when I've spritzed, they've moved. So maybe do it in a box if you find that easier. I'm going to come back down here And now, if I want to add more colour, I absolutely can do that. So if I want to add a little bit more yellow, I can do that. And it will start to move around. Now, because this is watercolour card, it will move, but it will go back flat. But I have got my heat tool here somewhere, so we can do that. Bear with me. I just need to plug it in. Let's find the plug. Unplanned. So I'm just literally going to add this. If you try and set one in your basket, it's just sold out. Is it gone now? Oh, goodness me. You start to see it. So there's neither available. Right, I'll stop this in a second. But as you can see, what a beautiful background you can create. So if you did get them, this is for you. And then you can dry it off, or you don't have to dry it off. You can leave it as it is. But, I mean, they're stunning. They're absolutely stunning. So let's take a piece of cloth and I will give it a little wipe just to keep it dry. I mean, you don't have to do this, but I just want you to see when I hold it up. I'm going to clean the desk and I'm going to flick you to the other camera because I want you to see the detail. Let's give that a wipe. And this is why when Dan said, oh, I'm going to put that on I'm going to put it on the desk and then use it. I'm like, no. New stock flash paste is due to be loaded. If it isn't on yet, it will be. It should be any second. Adam said he was doing it there and then, so keep an eye out, guys. If you have already bought the powders, you can mix your powders in with your flash paste as well to change the colour of the flash paste. Okay. Yeah, and you can use this to die cut your flowers and your leaves and all sorts. So it's going to be really, really cool. Okay, so what I did, you know, when I said I stepped off camera because I had too much of that pink and I flicked it into the bin, and this was in the bin. But look what's happened, all right? So adding that pink has literally gone within the fibres of that paste and changed the colour because it's a liquid, okay? So it gives you the ability to mix them as well. So I do know they're just really useful, but I won't do any more on the showing in stock on the page, but out of stock if you add to basket. So it looks like the explosion powders have gone, okay? So apologies if you missed out on those. However, I think we can get into using some of the embossing folders now as well, because these are equally as beautiful. So let's lift this up for a minute. Let's move this cardstock out of the way, and I keep a batch of this cardstock. If I get a chance, Angela, but I'm not sure because this is for Hobbycraft, so I will do a separate video on that if it's for the sparkle sprays, unless they are on the Hobbycraft website. If they're on the Hobbycraft website, I can demo them, but if they're not,
I can't see, so you'll have to tell me if it looks right or not. Do stuff.
All right, well, you keep doing stuff, Lily, and I'll tell you if it looks any better. All right, let me just bring in the pictures. Let me 1 second, Lil. Let me get something on the screen. Let's bring these in. So that's your potty poinsettia. Keep doing. Have you done anything, Lil?
I can't go any higher. That's behind.
Okay, right. Is it? Did you change it, or was it?
No,
it was set right.
It's set right.
Okay, if it's set right, that's fine. It might just be resolution on my computer isn't so good. Okay, right. You've just bought them. You just bought the sparkle sprays. Have I got them here? That's the question, Angela. I've got a couple. Hang on a minute. I'm going to flick you back to camera so you can see what I'm trying to do. Let me see if I can reach one. Let me see if I can reach one. Okay. Let me just do something first, because I don't know if mine are the old ones or the new ones. Let me just check. No, mine are the new ones. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick divert of attention. So we have what are called on the Hobbycraft website. These are our sparkle sprays. Now these again, I'm sure these are on a cracking discount as well. If you've got your explosion powders instead of spritzing water on, you can spritz your sparkle spray. Okay, so now I've cleaned up all my desk. I'm going to make it messy again. Right, let me flick that back to camera 4. Okay.
Is that any brighter?
Yes, whatever you've done, it's much brighter on here. It seems better. Let me bring in some images. Let me just do something, guys. And I'm just going to bring something in for color context, just for my camera.
I can't see it accurately.
I think that's better, Lil. I don't know what you've done.
I've just bumped up the aperture.
Yeah, thank you. That's much brighter, isn't it? Thank you very much, Lily. That's fine. So it's a little bit of purple head coming there. So if you've got,
Or was it just this one?
I think so. Just check the others for me. I don't know if it had changed at all. So look, this is the sparkle spray, okay? On the explosion powders. Now let me just show you something. I don't know if you'll pick it up on the camera, but it's going to ignite all that colour again, and we'll leave that to dry. Pop it to one side. But what I'll do is I'll bring in a piece of black card. It's a lot brighter. Thank you, Lily.
Better?
Yes, completely better. Can I just check my other ones? Camera 1, that's fine, I think. Camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. Yeah, I think camera 4 wasn't right.
Which one's it on right now?
It's on camera 4 now.
So I can run.
Yeah, you can run now, Lily. Thank you for doing that, sweetheart. Thank you. Right, so I'm just going to bring in, you know, that cardstock I was holding. Nice to keep all this cardstock. Now, if you use your sparkle spray, I pop that on here, but you can't really see anything at the moment, all right? And what I'll do is I'll take my heat tool again, and we'll dry this, and all the colours will do the same. All the colours. This will give you a super sparkly finish if I'm not blowing the colour off. Just bear with me. Let me just pop that down like so. Don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. That is a big problem with sparkle sprays. Oh, this is very difficult. This is why I try not to do these live. Let me just give it a little shake, see if it works any better this way. It's very, very tricky. But all you do is you literally spray them. Let me see if I can hold it up and get a better angle for you. It's much more colourful, thank you. Right, I don't know what happens. Camera 4 sometimes does that, and it ends up going back to the original factory settings. Let me just dry this off. This is so hard to see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this very well, because there's so much sparkle here. I think it's almost too much. I think you're seeing it as it dries. So basically what you're going to do, this is the pink petals. So you literally can spray your card like so. You can spray it on white as well, but obviously you're not going to be able to see it on white, not on the camera. And then you can die cut this out. So if you're looking for example, if you're using, let me just grab it. If you're using this, what you can do, cut it on white, and then you could dry it underneath, yeah, but it's still the camera that's not, oh, it's actually drying there nicely. But this, if you did it on white and then spritz it with the spray, it would be all twinkly for you. It's very, very pretty. So that's all you really need to do with sparkle sprays. Yeah, there you go. As it's drying, there's your pink. And I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think there's 8 different colours. So you'll get all of those details coming through. I'm going to try. Probably not the best angle for now, but I don't know. Yeah, that's not going to, doesn't pick it. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't pick it up. Let's try camera 2, just in case. We'll give them all a go, shall we? Yeah, no, we're better with the overhead. That's giving you the best. It is giving you the best. So you can see now, as that's dried, There we go. There we go. It's very, 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 very delicate, very pretty. And then obviously you're probably not going to pick it up on there, but I can see it, but it's going to be stunning. Stunning when that dries. Right, so let's move on to some other bits. Let's give that a little wipe up again. Where is my tissue? Okay. And let's give that a little wipe. Now, I think what would be quite nice to do is run some of these embossing folders through, and you can have a look. Now, of course, some come with dies, some don't come with dies. But if they come with a die, that's even more beneficial, even more. So let's now unplug our heat tool. Sorry, this is so impromptu that I'm not perfectly organized for this. So let's bring our beautiful die cutting machine in, and let's go through some of these embossing folders for you. Right, now we'll have white card for this. Let's put the black card away. And then I'll bring in some good sized white cards. It's trying to find what I've got, where it is. Let me grab my A2. I think that's going to be okay. Let's see what we've got. Right, so we've got some cardstock, and let's bring in our plates. So for our embossing, we need our base plate, our shim, and our grey top plate. Okay. Sarah Hickman, lost you for a bit. Back. We'll catch up later. No worries, Sarah. So let's open this one up, and you'll see how beautiful this is. I'm going to turn this over. This is quite a large one, so I'm not sure if I've got a big enough piece of card out yet. We'll have a look in a second. This is your poinsettia. Now, actually, it doesn't fit, but you know what? I love the way this will fall off the page. I don't know if you can see it yet, but it's going to fall off the page. So let's give it a little base, and then I want this falling literally off the page. This is going to be stunning, stunning. Oh, you can tell I like this one, can't you? And I really don't want to get rid of this one. You're back on Hobbycraft now with a repeat of the earlier show. Am I? Even though I'm not there? Well, hopefully what that will do is kind of reiterate everything we're doing now, okay? So whatever you didn't get to see earlier, demoed, hopefully you can see now. So let's push that out of the way just a bit and lift this up. Oh, wow. If you do not have this folder, you need this folder in your life. How ridiculously beautiful is that? So obviously Dan couldn't demo these. This is what the plan was, to do a lot of demoing, and obviously we couldn't do that. But look at this. That is just the folder. Now let's do it cutting it out. We'll do that as well. Isn't that beautiful? Let me see. Camera 3 will like this, I think. So camera 3 is going to love this. So look at that. If I bring that in, look at the detail you get on that. Isn't that gorgeous? So if you're on the fence about what some of these look like, honestly, I can honestly tell you, let me zoom that in a little bit for you. Let's come in. How cool is this? Look. I think my cameras did that reset thing again. Can you see that? Oh, trying to get that embossed for you. But very, very beautiful. Okay. I'm loving having you in the office with me. Well, at least I brushed my hair and put my makeup on for a change, eh, Carol? So that's that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the stencil, and inside the stencil pack you get the die. Okay, Carol, you should not really be watching me while you're working, should you? Not going to get you into trouble, am I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of card. I'm going to cut this out. This was only last year. Tell me about it. Look, there's so much going on. There's so much going on with the stores and with new product. I can't put it into words. It's very exciting. It's a very exciting future. But I do need to create some space. And I do. And it's got to the point where, you know, we work with lots of international companies as well. And the problem is there are so many product lines that they can't keep up with it all. So we have to kind of discontinue things, unfortunately. It's just the way of the world, isn't it? Right, so I've got to change my plates up if I'm going to cut, but we want to keep the plates out because we're going to be coming back to the embossing. I know I'm not on the overhead yet, but I will be shortly. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to change my plates to the base plate, to the platform, and the two cutting plates. Now my TV is going to turn itself off in a minute, but I don't want that to happen. You've heard to press any key. I don't want to press any key. Let's do the volume. Where's the OK button? There we go. Because it's been on since really early this morning. So let's bring in the 4 plates. I'll bring in the die, and I'll keep you on the overhead just while I'm cutting this bit, and I can talk to you. Yeah. So unfortunately, there's times now where we just have to discontinue things, however new they may be. I mean, some companies just do one run, don't they? And they don't even bring, you know, when it's gone, it's kind of gone. I don't like to do that because some people can't always afford it and some people miss out. But no, I work for myself. Only hubby can tell me off. Oh, Sarah Hickman. I'm on the beach with Sarah. Honestly, you can all see that some of these deals are amazing, can't you? Because some of you already got the product, some of you are now getting the product. I can see that already. So, Sideshow Bob, there he is. To be fair, I had to Google it because I don't watch The Simpsons. But if you do, you'll know. Right, so I will now flick you back to the overhead. My desk is looking a little bit dishevelled. You can't see it, but I'm feeling dishevelled here. Let me move that out of the way. It's causing a bit of a shadow, but that's fine. So what we do now is we take our embossing folder and we pop this inside. Now you'll see there's a right and a wrong way, so I'm going to show you the wrong way first. So when we look, let me grab black card might help me. It might. So if you see here, you see that now, right? You can see that well. You can now see that this is kind of the reverse. So this leaf goes that way, but that leaf goes that way. So when people say to me, well, it doesn't fit, what you just need to do, it sounds silly, but it happens. Just turn it over. And then you take your die cut piece and you pop this in here. I mean, this is just ridiculously beautiful. Oh, I'm so sad this is retiring. So sad. Like so. That's what Kylie looks like when she wakes up. Kyrie, I wish I did. I wish I'd look good when I woke up. It's a labour of love. Honestly. Anyway, so let's run this through. Run that through slowly. Take your time with it. I never kind of rush with these things. And then let's take that, move them, actually, let's move all the bits out of the way and pop that one side up for a minute and move that off there. And then, here we go, lift that up. Flash paste the back. Get your flash paste if you want your flash paste. Now, who can tell me that's not ridiculously good? So you can leave it like that. You can trim your plant pot off if you want to and just use your cascade of florals, or you can use your stencils now if you want to over the top and just hit the tops, or you can add more florals if you want to cut some out. But how beautiful is that? How absolutely, utterly beautiful. If you don't get that, I think you're missing a trick. It's very, very lovely. So check that out, £10 on Hobbycraft TV. If you scan that QR code, if you are watching on the website, or if you're watching on your TV, scan that one. Yeah, and as Dan says, if you're watching on Sky, listen out for some news coming. That's all I can say to you. Right, you could even now, if you wanted to, pop that over the top to give it dimension. Do you see that? And give it just, I mean, the card underneath isn't big enough. Have I got a bigger piece of black card? No, this is my journal, but what I'm trying to say is what you can do is if you've got a larger piece of black card, can you see that? You could start to build that up and have a matte and layer around the edge of that, and it would look so good. So good. Okay, so that's that one. So let's see if we can get through some of the others as well, shall we? So while I'm here, I'm just going to have a little tidy up. I won't open those flash pastes because it could be that somebody's bought them or something gets lost in transit, and we've got a spare one at least. So let me get rid of all of these other items, and I'll pop them in my little basket. Pop those out of the way. Very cool. I was meant to bring in, there was a lady at the retreat who told me to buy these green baskets. I can't remember her name now. So many people that I spoke to. And these beautiful baskets, I bought them all, but I didn't get time to set them up because all the tech was going wrong. So let me try and make some space. So we've done that's the poinsettia, isn't it? Now let's pop that one back, all right? So you know exactly what you're doing with that. Now the embossing folder with the die is $15.99 on its own. So you're getting that half price almost, and you're getting the free layering stencil, so to speak. You absolutely are. That's a beauty. So we'll leave that to one side. Now this one I can't demo. And I know you want to see it up close, but I will flick you to the overhead in a minute. I can't demo because the stock is so tight on this. I don't know if it's sold out yet. That is your beautiful. So you've got all the dies in with the embossing folder as well, because that was an earlier one. So you can cut those out individually, and then you've got your layering stencils. That's that. Cozy Christmas Home is where we're going next. Okay, so let me get some space here. Bring the dies in and everything. We're going to need all the dies. Now, cardstock. Let's move Lady Prue out of the way for a moment. Bless her heart. Okay. So what I'm going to do first with the Cozy Home is cut them out. So in here you get the dies. Now I think Dan was a little bit confused earlier, simply because we've started to change the way we do it, and we've started to put the stencils and the dies together. But obviously this was an earlier design, so well, last year's, but it was only this year that we started to change it. Now this is what I wanted you to see. Just, these are beautiful. If you know, again, it's that thing. You can have embossed, stencil, die cut. You can do what you like, but I love doing this. So we're going to take these two dies. Tracy Costello, you've probably saved an absolute, a lot. I think, didn't he say it's something like just buying, I mean, the whole counter couldn't have been, there was only 12 items in total. So the whole counter was £120, the entire counter. It can't have been any more than that. It just can't have been. And then pop that one there like so. And then I'm going to bring my die cutting machine in. Let's move these plates for a moment. Let's bring you back, mister. Open that side up. And let's put the other one on the top. Okay. Oh, I've got my hand around the wrong way. That's not very good, is it, Lisa? Come back that way. Run that through very quickly. And run that one through very quickly. Okay, so we'll just do this one, and you can have a look at this one, because this is also very beautiful. So you've got the die cut out. There we are. And I'm going to pop these in the bin, and then I'll pop the plates away. Just be, honestly, this bee, if you haven't got it, 100% recommend it. If it's still there, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Unless they added more. I don't think they did though. Right, so what we're going to do now is I tend to do this one at a time because I am a nightmare. I'm a nightmare. So I don't put these in together because I end up moving something unless you want to tape them down. Oops, wrong way around. There you go. I did it myself there, look. So we're going to pop that one in like so. And then squeeze that. And then we'll run this one through. And you'll see what I mean in a minute about how cool this one is. Where is my other plate? Put my base plate back, which didn't mean to. With me. There we go. And then we'll pop that one down there. I put it in a different way, but it doesn't really matter. And we'll come back and I'll show you that straight away. I can see that already. Lift that up. How cool is that? So your little house, and then, or your church, or whatever you want it to be. You can cut the tops off. You can do whatever you like. You can add your flash paste now to make the snow at the bottom. Let me just line that up. Okay. And then we'll pop these down. Okay, and we'll pop that in there. As you can see, it doesn't really matter which way round it goes. So run that along here. And let's close that one up for now. Pop that away. And hopefully you'll be able to see now how beautiful this is. Look at that as well. Honestly, this is so lovely, isn't it? So you've now got these two. Okay, so what you can do with this one, I might zoom you in a little bit now. Let's go cam 4. Zoom you in a bit. Okay, it's very, very pretty. Let's pop this one away so I don't lose all the bits. And I'll pop the dies back in there. There's the 2 dies. You could put them back in your cellophane if you want to, but for me, that's absolutely fine. Okay. So now, again, it's coming a little bit more. There we go. So if you've got a piece of black card now or a piece of blue card, if I might have, actually, bear with me. Now, this is my stash of stuff. Okay. Now, this has got blue on it and the paste. Okay, but in my little stash, I've got this piece of blue card, right? So this is Deep Ocean and Surf's Up ink pads. And all I did was flick water on, lift it off, and then I did it with some white paint as well. So what you could do now is you can easily, look at that. There we are. Look at that. Straight away, just creating a background. Isn't that just adorable? If you want me to show you how to recreate that background, just pop a comment below and I'll do it. If you know how to do it, that's fine. But let me know if you need me to quickly show you how to do that background. And then we've got this one. And again, you could still, you could pop, actually, I would say it's too big. You could pop that one in the middle if you wanted to. You could cut that out and you could have the snowflake separated. Loads of things you can do. So start thinking about how you use these. And then we have this one here, a piece of black card. Again, how easy is that to do? Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, I'll do that very quickly for you. It's really, really simple. Okay, really simple. And I think I have both those colours in studio. So let's have a quick look. It was Deep Ocean. I know that. And it's Surf's Up was the other one. Have I got Surf's Up in here? Please tell me I've got Surf's Up. Sorry, I've just got to move my brush. Let me get you back on camera one so you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try and get my... Have I not got Surfs Up here? Oh, I have. Let me just lift my brushes. Knocked all my brushes over. It's because I'm trying not to knock those over. There it is. I think it's there. Had to be right at the back, didn't it? There we are. Let's just pop these down. Now, actually, I'm going to need 2 of these. So what colours do I need? I need the blue. Where's the other 2? Just pop them back in there. And that one. I might bring 2 blues in. Okay, now you could, if you want it really light and delicate, I would say use your Pro Blend to get the delicate look. But we're going like hardcore heavy here. So I'm actually, this is watercolor card. No, we want some plain card. So let's bring in some plain white card. Okay. Now, move that out of the way very quickly. So on Hobbycraft, all of our inks are on Hobbycraft, okay? Every single one of them, you should find all releases. These 2 come from release 1. So that way is QR code. So scan that if you want to come look at the brand shop, and that will give you the details of all of our ink. So let's zoom back out again. That's a bit close, wasn't it there? You didn't really need to see it that close. And then what we'll do, we'll grab the 2 inks. We'll start with the light. And we'll use this brush, okay? And all we're going to do now is take our ink. This is Surfs Up, release 1. So if you're looking for inks, go to Hobbycraft, Lisa Horton Crafts, the brand shop, and then find our ink pads. And this is release 1, blending inks. And this is Surfs Up, which is in that section, okay? And then let's literally turn that around. Now, the other thing you can do is you could put your flash paste over this very easily. So that's that light blue, simple as it gets. And then actually I'm going to stick with this brush because it's blue. It will be fine. And I'm not going to worry that there's blue ink down here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take a piece of card. I'm going to kind of hold myself over this. If I put my fingers in that now, we will end up getting a mark. But let's bring in Deep Ocean, possibly one of my favourite blues. And then this blue will come up and we'll come up here. And you start from the edge and you work your way up, all right? And you build those colours together to get that beautiful seamless blend, okay? Hopefully you can see how seamless you can get when you use our inks. So there we are. Just literally blend that in. See that now? You can barely see anything. Barely see anything. So while that's still a little bit wet, I'm going to lift that onto there. I'm going to wipe this up. So that was your 2 colours. Let me mist this. What I could do, not misting too much, for watercolour card here. Let me just see if I can grab some of that for something else later. There we are. So you've got loads of ink still left on there. So we could use that for something else. Let's wipe the blue off just with some tissue. And I'll show you just the next bit. So honestly, that cozy Christmas home will be phenomenal. So we take that, so you can see that. So we've got that now, all right? And then you take your brush. And Rebecca, absolutely, yes, you could. So you could take your sparkle spray. And actually, I can show you how I would do that. You could spray it. But you can quite easily lift that lid and pop some of this on, okay? If you want to get sparkles coming through. All right, that's how you would do that. That's how I would do it anyway, if I just want to do like kind of the water reactive techniques. And then here with the regular water, just flick, flick, flick everywhere and sit and watch that colour move. I'm going to leave that and you can see it literally before your eyes change. Okay, it's very clever. So water reactive, it's ridiculous. And then I would take a piece of tissue again. And literally lift that colour. See that? There we go. Now I've done kind of bigger splatters than I did here, but I don't think it really matters. And that is your background. But you might be able to see, or you probably, but the ones that have the sparkle in are sparkling. They are absolutely sparkling. So you can choose to do that. So that's all I've done. Let's take that away and you can see there's your background straight away. You can then take your two items here. So you've got your element here and your element there. And then let's see if we've got a slightly bigger piece of black card. I think it's slightly bigger. I don't think it's quite big enough. No, it's not quite big enough, but you can see what I mean. You could now do your matte and layer, and then you could use your, where is it? Silver Pearl Flash Paste. Oh, no, it wasn't that one, was it? It was the Gilded Pearl Crystal. No, it wasn't. What one was it? I'm making it all up now. Special Crystal, that's what it was. Your Special Crystal, and get your little tool, and if you want to, across the bottom here, you can pop, see this, just a little bit of the pearl across the bottom. I'm going to give it a little kind of tap, a bit underneath there, and then that is your snow. Can you see that? Put your snow there. And we'll do the same on this one. Here we are. Grab that. And of course you can do this on the rooftops as well. And across here. Along here. Just along that bit. Sorry, I go quiet when I do this. Take that off, like so. You can pop a little bit on your rooftop as well. I mean, you can take a little bit more care than I have. I'll wipe that away again, just so you can see. You see what I mean? Look at that now. You've now got your snowy cap. Let's bring that in a little bit closer again for you so you can see that nicely. Do the sparkle sprays not take the colour out like water then? They do, but they tend to leave the shine in as well, but they do take the colour out as well. Can you see that though? How super pretty they are. I'll put that on the back of my hand. Hopefully you can see that nice and clear. If I pop those on top of each other there, they're going to stick together, which is fine. So that will probably glue itself together. But if you leave that like so, can you see how you start to build a scene up? Very, very pretty. Okay, and I'll leave that there just so you can get an idea. Right, and that's that. And then there's our poinsettia. Right, and where's our cats? And there's our, hang on, grab those. There's our beautiful Prue. So just a few of the things that are on today's show. How cute is she as well? So I would say, go and take a look, grab what you want, Sorry, I couldn't get there. I don't know what's even going on in the world now. I mean, I know TV is coming back on at 12, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Hopefully that helped make decisions for you. Hobbycraft TV. Go grab yours there now. Everything is in the brand shop that you can need. Dan's back on this afternoon at 2:15, I think. I will be around to answer any questions, but again, just take a look. There's so many good deals. Everything is going to be there, is being discontinued, and that is the end of line. So thank you for joining me. Apologies for today, but I'm here. And I will see you hopefully this afternoon. If not, you'll hear me on YouTube this afternoon. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye. Bye.